Good morning. Sorry for the delay in getting started. The court will take up the next case, C200085CPS. This is in the interest of Jessica Hernandez, Marcela Hernandez, Raylan Ponce, and Joseph Hernandez. The case is set for a bench trial today. The trial is being conducted pursuant to emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court via Zoom video conference. Participating in the trial today on behalf of the department is caseworker Cruz Serna and regional attorney Jason Jett. The mother of the children is Ariel Sabrina Fuentes, and yes, she is participating in the hearing today. Her attorney, Adlatum Gonzalo Rios, is also participating in the hearing today. The father of the children, Jessica, Joseph, and Marcela, is Miguel Angel Hernandez, who is participating in the hearing today with his attorney, Ty Grote. The father of the child, Ray Lynn, is Raymond Flores Ponce, who is participating in the hearing today with his attorney, Brad Harrelson. Dan Edwards is present as the attorney and guardian ad litem for the children, and the children are excused from participating in the hearing today. As I noted, we're set for a bench trial today. Mr. Jett, is the department ready to proceed?
Judge, we are ready. I think we're very close to an agreement. And if we could just have a moment to chat and verify that we're all on the same page, I think we could make a pretty good announcement as to an agreement.
All right, well, if there's no objection, I'll put the attorneys in a breakout room so y'all can talk for a few minutes. I show it's 11:14. I'll bring y'all back in about 11:16, about 5 minutes.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. Before that happens, I need to break out briefly with my client, Mr. Raymond Hernandez, Mr. Raymond Flores Ponce.
Okay, let me make sure he can hear us. Mr. Ponce, are you able to hear us? If you get in, could you unmute your device, please? Mr. Harrelson, I'm showing on my screen right now, his device is showing a Raymond, which I will assume is him, but on my screen it's showing both the video and the audio is not currently enabled. I'm going to send him, or try to send a chat to him, but if you've got a phone number for him, you may have tried to call him, because I'm not sure his connection's good.
Your Honor, he just texted me and told me that he's in the waiting room, so I believe that is him.
I do not have if you could give me a phone number for him, Ms. Serna, I would be glad to call him.
And I'll check my waiting room and see if he's in there separately, but right now the only place I show him like he's in the courtroom, but the Zoom is indicating that he does not have a video or audio connection. So he may need to either call in to the number. I can give you the call-in number if he has a phone, if we can reach him. But I think his internet connection may not be. Well, just a second here. I think he's coming on now. Mr. Ponce, are you able to hear us?
Unmute your phone, Raymond, please.
Hello?
Okay, can you? All right, Ms. Ponce.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Mr. Harrelson has asked for a moment to visit with you. I'm going to put you and he into a separate breakout room so y'all can confer for a couple of minutes, and then we'll take on from there. So, Mr. Harrelson, how much time do you think you might need?
Just about 3 minutes, Your Honor, at this point.
Okay, well, I'll put y'all in there until about 11:16. I'll bring y'all back in. If y'all stand by, I'm going to send you an invitation to join that breakout room, and then we'll set up a separate one for the attorneys. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, y'all should be getting an invitation to join that breakout room. If you can click on that, it'll take you in there, and then we'll bring you back in a couple of minutes. All right, sorry for the delay. We'll take a short recess, and then we'll pick up here in just a moment. Thank you. All right, Mr. Drake, I'm going to bring them back in now. We are back on the record in C200085CPS. All parties and counsel previously present, I believe, remain present. Mr. Harrelson, did you have an opportunity to confer the extension into with Mr. Ponce?
I did, Your Honor, and I'm ready to confer with the other attorneys.
Let's see. Let me make sure everybody's there. Mr. Rios, are you back with us here?
Yes, sir. I am good.
Okay. If y'all have no objection, I'm going to set up a separate breakout room where the attorneys can confer for a few minutes. I have it at 11:18. I'll give you about 5 minutes. Bring them back at 11:23, and we'll see where we are at that point. If y'all stand by, I'll send that invitation to you. All right, the attorney should be getting an invitation to join that breakout room. If you'll click on that link and go in there, I'll bring y'all back in just a few minutes. All right, we'll be taking another short recess. So y'all just stand by. Thank you. And I'm bringing him back in now, Mr. Drake.
Oh.
All right. We are back on the record in cause number C200085CPS. Believe all parties in council previously present remain present in the courtroom. And I'll start with you, Mr. Jett. Where do we stand? Are we ready to proceed with the trial? Do you have an agreement to announce?
Your Honor, I believe we do have an agreement hammered out. I believe Mr. Harrelson needed to run one thing by his client, and then I think I can announce what the agreement is.
Okay, Mr. Harrelson, is that correct?
That's correct. That is
Okay.
correct, Your Honor. Just briefly with Mr. Ponce.
And
Okay,
Judge,
well,
if you could you stick me in with my client just briefly while you've got Mr. Helson in there?
absolutely. I'll set up 2 breakout rooms for Mr. Harrelson and his client, Mr. Grote, your client. I'll put y'all in there for about 3 minutes or so, and then we'll see where we are at that point. I'll stand by for just a second. To the fathers, you'll get an invitation to join that breakout room. You'll need to click on that link to go in. And we'll stand by just a second. All right, y'all should be getting an invitation and join those breakout rooms. If you'll go in there, I'll bring y'all back in just a few minutes. All right, we'll again take a short recess till about 11:30, about 2 minutes. Thank you. Ms. Drake, I'm going to bring them back in now. Okay, we are again back on the record in C200085CPS. All parties in council previously present remain present. Mr. Harrelson and Mr. Gray, are we ready to proceed with the department announcing what they understand to be the agreement?
I am, Your Honor.
I'm ready, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, Mr. Jett, if you want to set forth what you understand the agreement is, then we'll go around and confirm it.
Yes, Your Honor. There was a previous case that this previous child CPS case, 17, I believe 17044 CPS, which in that case, I actually filed a motion to transfer into or consolidate into this case. However, I think that's probably not prudent at this time. And the orders in that case gave joint managing conservatorship to Mr. Ponce and the mother, Ms. Fuentes, as to Mr. Ponce's child. It gave them, again, joint managing conservatorship with Mr. Ponce having standard visitation and having him pay support. We believe that that is what needs to happen now at this case with that child. And we're asking to dismiss Mr. Ponce and that child from this case, leaving the 2017 CPS order intact because it has not been consolidated into this case. So basically, we're reverting back to that order. As to the other children, the two children older and then the youngest, those are all the Mr. Hernandez's children. Our agreement is for managing conservatorship, sole managing conservatorship to Ms. Fuentes and possessory conservatorship to Mr. Hernandez. And he'd be, again, a possessory conservator, but would not have specific times of visitation. They would be supervised and at the mother's discretion as to when those would be. And then he would pay support beginning 90 days after he is out of incarceration for 3 children in front of the court at minimum wage support.
All right, let me go through that agreement. First, I'll start with
Can
Mr.
I add something so we don't have to go through this twice?
Sure.
With my client was also agreed to write letters. I didn't hear that announced.
Oh, yes.
Okay, he can write letters to the children that'll go through the mother.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
right? What we're saying. Okay. All right. So let me go back first as to the child Ray Lynn Ponce. In that case, my understanding then the agreement would be the department dismisses the action as to that child, leaving in place the prior order entered. I believe it was entered back in 2019 in C170040 CPS, leaving those orders in place. That impacts Ms. Fuentes. Mr. Rios, is that your understanding as it relates to that child?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
And let's see, Mr. Harrelson, I believe that's your client's child that you're
Yes.
understanding the agreement.
I'm sorry. Yes, Your Honor. And that's 170024 CPS.
It's C170040 CPS as to Ray Lynn. And that actually has been consolidated with this case. They're both in the 340th, but
Okay.
they,
And I have seen that motion. I just wanted to make sure I had it written down right.
right. But that would leave a existing order in place if we dismiss that action. And my understanding is there's no objection to it. Let me check with Mr. Edwards. Mr. Edwards?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're in
I'm
agreement with that? Okay.
Yes.
All right. And let me go to the next case then. Mr. Rios, as the agreement was outlined, is that your understanding of that agreement as to the other 3 children?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Okay, thank you. And then that would be Mr. Grote and your client as to his 3 children. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, it is, Judge. We're in agreement.
Okay, and then Mr. Edwards, as to those children, is that your understanding of the agreement as well?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you. All right, well, I appreciate everybody taking the time and effort to work this out. Mr. Grote, thank you for stepping in at short notice and to represent Mr. Hernandez and his interest in the case. I appreciate that as well. The court will approve the agreements announced and enter in judgments consistent with those agreements as it relates to the child Raylan Ponce. The court is going to grant the motion to dismiss that action, which will have the legal effect of leaving in place the prior final orders entered in C200080CPS as to that child.
Judge,
Yes,
is the department withdrawing that motion to consolidate, or did you already sign that and it's already consolidated?
I've already signed it, but
Okay.
it was, but they're both in the 340th, so I don't know that
Okay.
really makes a difference.
Gotcha.
But I have signed the order consolidating those. But with the dismissal, it'll still have the same legal effect, I believe,
Okay.
as far as leaving the existing order in place. As to the other 3 children, Jessica Hernandez, Marcella Hernandez, and Joseph Hernandez, the court will enter an order that appoints the mother as the sole managing conservator of that child with the exclusive right to designate the primary residence of the child without geographic restriction and with all the other rights and duties of a sole managing conservator. The father, Miguel Angel Hernandez, will be appointed as a possessory conservator with him to have rights of supervised possession and access to the children at such times, places, and under such circumstances as agreed by the sole managing conservator, and with the respondent father having the right to write letters to the children to be sent through the respondent mother. The father would be ordered to pay child support based on the minimum wage presumption for 3 children before the court. That child support to commence on the first day of the first month after 90 days from his release from incarceration and continue on the first day of each month thereafter. The child support would be stepped down to the minimum wage guideline for 2 and then 1 child as the children were no longer subject to orders of support. The court in that case will order the mother to provide health insurance for the children or to enroll the children in applicable government benefit programs to provide health care and dental care. And the respondents would each be ordered to pay 1/2 of any uninsured medical or dental expenses of the children. The department is dismissed, of course, in each case as temporary managing conservator of the children. The court will discharge Mr. Rios and Mr. Hernandez, Mr. Harrelson and Mr. Edwards in the case relating to Raylan Ponce immediately, since that case is being dismissed. As to the other 3 children, the dismissal in that case will be effective 31 days after entry of final order by the court, reflecting the judgment in the court announced today. The court will make findings and orders consistent with the agreement announced by the parties. All right, let me go back to Mr. Jett. Mr. Jett, any other matters?
Yeah, Your Honor, I believe that covers everything.
Okay, Mr. Harrelson.
Your Honor, all I need is a phone number from Raymond.
Hey, Mr. Ponce, can you provide Mr. Harrelson a number where he can communicate with you after the hearing?
Yes, sir. Do I just let him know through here right now?
If you don't mind, that would probably be the easiest.
Yeah, that's fine. Mr. Harrelson,
Yes.
it's 325-213-2678.
Got it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Mr. Rios, anything else from your?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Grote?
Judge, if he doesn't already have the information, I would ask Ms. Cerna to please provide mom's current address to Mr. Hernandez so that he can begin writing letters.
Okay, Ms. Turner, can you make sure Ms. Hernandez gets that information? Thank you. And Mr. Edwards, anything else?
Nothing further.
All right. Thank you all for working this out. I wish all y'all the best of luck. With that, we'll be adjourned for the day.